So are you working on your inner peace? Are you working things out in your lives for you to experience tranquility? Are you one person who is doing currently some housekeeping so that you experience that so-called inner peace? If that is you, or you are working with a client, serving someone, working on this space of inner peace, then this episode is perfect for you. Today's toolkit is the 5 don'ts and the 5 do's of achieving inner peace. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. We are still on a runway of our 100 Days Life Coaching Toolkit Mastery Series, and we are on episode 85. Let's dive in. Welcome back to our 100 Days Life Coaching Toolkit Mastery Challenge here in my YouTube channel. If you are meeting me for the first time, I am Master Coach A. I'm a coaching entrepreneur, and since 2017, I've been helping individuals to become a professional certified life coach in this space of the second fastest growing industry in the world. Fast forward to where we are today, I am super proud, and I would say truly blessed to have worked with over 1,000 people, seeing the world beyond what we can achieve through the platform of life coaching. And today's toolkit about inner peace is something that is very close to my heart, because a lot of people is entering the profession because of this so-called inner peace, or wanting to be peaceful, wanting to be out of chaos in their lives. But how many of you have experienced that despite the things that you have been doing, despite you trying to protect your space from intruders and wanting to experience that inner peace, at times you are challenged to keep that peace, and you still experience bursting out, feeling chaotic, and at times you do not want to continue of this sanctuary, this space that you call your inner space, for you to keep your inner peace. So if that is you, I want you to understand that there are 5 things that you should avoid, or you can do less if you want to keep your inner peace. And there are also 5 things that you can start doing probably, or do more if you haven't tried doing this. So inner peace is not something that you can achieve one shot. Inner peace is not something that you achieve overnight either. Inner peace is a journey. Inner peace is a continuous process. Inner peace is something that you have to protect. Inner peace is something that you are experiencing, and you can choose to experience every single day. So what are the 5 do's of inner peace, or achieving inner peace? If you want to live in a space where you can truly feel this inner peace and protect your tranquility, there are 5 things that I'd like to share with you that you need to embrace, and you need to keep handy and in check every single day. Number 1, okay, do call spade a spade. What does it mean? It means that you have to be able to confront, to face the truth, the reality of your situation. Inner peace is not being in denial. Inner peace is not being quiet when you need to be talking. Inner peace is not denying anger when you feel that emotions. Inner peace is not about without pain or just being comfortable. Inner peace is achieved when you can call a spade, when you can call your situation for what it is. You can say you're in pain, you can say you're angry, you can say you are disgusted, you can say that this thing is not for me, or it's a no for me. Inner peace is achieved when you can see situations and be okay embracing it and being true to what it is. It means that you do not have to hide, you do not have to make an alibi, or you don't even have to rationalize why you say what you say, do what you do, or how you are treating things. Number 2, If you want to achieve inner peace or keep your inner peace, you have to run away from people who speak ill of things, of people, of situation, and everything else in between. I'm not talking about people who says the truth and express their opinion or express their thoughts. I'm talking about you running away from people who are toxic to your situation or toxic to your environment or toxic to the space that you are protecting. Let me give you an example. If you are one person and you just broken up with a partner, whether marital, engagement, or you are going through challenges in your relationship, and you are in a space or there are people in your space who keep talking about relationships, must do, must have, should be, must be, and all of this list. At a season of your life, if you want to protect your inner peace, you have to run away. You have to be away from these people. Why? Because when you go through tough times, when you go through challenges, when you go through moments of grieving, when you go through times where you need to recover emotionally, the last thing you want to be with are people who would speak of things they do not truly understand. Okay? So you know that, okay? People who gives you unsolicited advice, people who would know more or say more about your situation than what you have shared. This will not give you peace or will make inner peace on the way if you do not learn or you do not choose to be away from this type of people. Okay? So you are to protect your space and saying goodbye or parking this kind of relationship is truly needed. Number 3, if you want to work on your inner peace and protect your tranquility, okay, you need to learn to practice gratitude. It is really important. It is really important that you can be grateful and practice being thankful. You know, oftentimes we're grateful, oftentimes we're thankful, but we do not practice saying it. We do not practice expressing it, and we do not declare it to our space. Maybe because it's little in our mind, maybe because it's common, it's natural, or it's something that you easily or normally achieve or experience. Now, expressing gratitude, being vocal about being thankful, like really saying, I'm grateful for this, I'm thankful for this, allows you to be in a space of calm. Now, think about it, try it, practice it, experience it. When you're grateful, when you're thankful, when you say your thanks, right? You will experience that kind of serenity, that kind of peace. Okay? So you start feeling calm, you start to slow down, you start having this kind of emotions that exude peace. So despite the situation, whatever is going through around you, okay, you cannot shut out everything that's not good in your space. Sometimes there are unexpected situations coming in your way. But if you can practice being thankful, if thankfulness or being grateful becomes a lifestyle, then inner peace is something that will come very natural even if situation is not favorable, even if there are disturbances or interruptions in the way you want to see things. Number 4, choose to forgive at all times. Okay? Forgiveness may not come easy. Most of the time, they don't, right? But if you want to achieve inner peace and to protect your tranquility, you are to make a decision that forgiveness, like gratitude, is a lifestyle. You don't have to feel the forgiveness. You don't have to like really feel that you're okay with the person. But what you need to practice is making the decision that you are forgiving. And my tip, even if you don't feel it yet, you can decree and declare, I am choosing to forgive. I want to forgive. I want to be forgiving. I want to forgive the space, the people, and myself for being where I am today. Okay? When you practice expressing forgiveness or deciding to forgive despite situation or offense that you experience, you are freeing yourself from the spirits, okay, from negative spirits and negative people who bring toxicity, who inflict pain, and disturb your peace. The moment you express forgiveness, you are freeing yourself from that trap and from that moment where you get stuck because you get offended, you get hurt, or something in between happened. Number 5, if you want to achieve inner peace or protect your tranquility and live in a state of peace, number 5 is be still and know that God is real. The scripture says, be still and know I am God. There are times in our lives that chaos is inevitable. The storm will come. There will be rain. There will be unexpected situation. There will be losses. There will be upside downs. There will be a roller coaster ride. There are things uncomfortable and uncontrollable. But if you know that there is God and you choose to be still in His presence, then you can protect your inner peace. Then you can achieve tranquility. Then you can experience calmness even in the face of this chaos. These 5 things comes handy. And on the other side, there are also 5 things that you shouldn't be doing. And these 5 things that you shouldn't be doing are things that will steal the peace, disrupt the peace, or make you doubt if you deserve your peace. Number 1, okay, don't. Okay, so these are don'ts, okay? Don't speak ill of people. Because when you speak ill of people, when you decree and declare ill things, negative things, it is tantamount you polluting your space. You are the one hearing it, not the other person, not the other people. When you grumble, when you talk ill of others, you are the one hearing it. And so, you are the one being disturbed, not the other person. Number 2, do not go to places that will compromise your peace. There are times that we want to challenge. We want to try. We want to, like, I'll try it. I can do it. I'm in control now. You are given wisdom and you know by, like, you know it. You cannot not know it. You know when a place, when a situation will compromise your peace. Don't do what stupid people do, right? Don't go where you know your peace will be compromised. Don't even try. Don't even think about it. Number 3, do not lie about your feelings. A lot of people would keep peace and say, I will not speak. I will not share. I will not speak about it because I want to keep peace. Not telling how you feel and what you think about situations is also lying about how how you are seeing the situation. And when you lie, you are the one putting negativity, you are putting a seed of chaos in yourself. Lying is a sin. And when you commit sin, definitely, definitely, it will crush you in the long run. A lot of times, we choose silence because we believe that silence is keeping the peace. But if silence is hitting on you, not telling the truth about how you feel, then it disrupts your peace. Next, okay, do not use resources in a squandering manner. What does it mean? Do not squander resources entrusted to you. Be it time, be it money, be it your energy, do not squander it. Do not squander it. Anything that you waste, anything that you use in excess, anything that you are not being a good steward will bounce back to you. So do not squander resources entrusted to you. Do not squander what you are given for you to keep your peace. Because when you squander, when you use ill, okay, you use things in an ill manner, then you are already disturbing your inner peace. Lastly, I'd like to take you this final moment, this final thought. Do not hurt yourself. Do not do things that will hurt yourself. Do not do things that will challenge how you feel about yourself, that will make you feel less or think less of yourself. It's unfortunate that many people right now are are the very people who want space, are the same people who are also in a space where hurting themselves becomes normal. If you are one person and you're thinking, I'm addicted to pain, and when I feel pain, it feels like I'm human or I'm alive. Or when I feel pain, I know I deserve it. When I feel pain, then I'm able to penalize, like I'm able to return the favor because I hurt other people. You're not gonna end the cycle by hurting yourself. If everything else fails and you have to start somewhere else, everything else fails and it feels so dark, start with saying no to hurting yourself. Life is beautiful. If you need help, help is available. And that's exactly what we do as a tribe. Not only we offer coaching certification, not only we offer coaching classes and programs, we also offer you a space where you can retreat, where you can step back, where you can say, I need a space. So I invite you to take a look at our quarterly Sacred Sanctuary Getaway, the Gift Awakening Experience. Check my website, www.mastercoacha.com, and see the schedule of our quarterly Sacred Sanctuary Getaway. Because at times, we need that space to reclaim the peace that we have lost. And sometimes, we also need that space with people who are also protecting their space so that we truly experience what tranquility is all about. Stop hurting yourself. Take a break. Take a step back. Get some help because help is available. This is Master Coach A for episode 85. Thank you so much for being part of the journey. I'll see you again tomorrow for episode 86.